Hi, right now it's about to get really boom here in Africa. Actually, I've given this warning before, but a lot of people doesn't seem to believe what I'm saying because according to what is going on in Africa, especially here in West Africa, Niger has finally gotten their independence from the France that was exploiting them during the reign of President Bazoum, was the ex-president. But after this military coup, like the military leader took over Niger and successfully grant Niger a total independence from the Western oppression and Western exploitation. Right now, the West is preparing a very big boom for Africa, and a lot of Africa doesn't really know how to understand it, and even most of us doesn't even know what is even going on, because it's very painful when you see a lot of Africans today. If you ask them this question and say, uh, what is making Africa suffering? Why is African people suffer? Why is African government being corrupt? Why is it that in the whole of Africa country there's not even one or two countries are much like the standard of Western countries? Like, why is it like that? Or why is it that Africa is passing through insecurity? Africa is passing through poverty. Why is it always like that? A lot of people doesn't really know the reason why it's like that. It is because the reason why it's like that is because over 700 years ago, the Western people have set foot over here in Africa. But Africa was convinced and was deceived during the time they said they gave African countries independence in the year 1960s. Yeah, because why? The African countries was already even divided in 1886 by the Berlin Conference, where the whole Western countries gathered in Berlin to split Africa's and chop Africa into little countries that we are today now. So the big question is, what is booming in Africa? Like, what is about to happen here in Africa? Because the Western countries, America, France, Germany, UK, it's like they are already losing control of Africa. So, and they don't like it at all. Although these countries that are getting their independent from the Western countries right now, they are planning coup against their government, taking over the countries right now. The West think that is being supported by Russia and China just to lure them away from themselves and to go to the to make sure that they are in the Russia and China's way. But the real truth is that the West has really oppressed Africa so much. They have imputed their system of education on us. They have imputed their colonialism on us, which they already did, and they are still doing it right now. And even here in Nigeria, you see that we have a president that is ruling us, but he can't do anything for the country, all because the Western countries are controlling Nigeria, are controlling a lot of Western, they are controlling a lot of West Africa's country, which is very bad. So let's come back to what is booming for Africa. You see, recently Niger military government took over Niger, and they start ruling over some few months ago, and the ruling and the military regime of Niger right now has been really going well for the Niger people. But their former exploiter, their former thief, the country that was stealing from Niger, which is France, doesn't really like it, and they are preparing massively for it. They want to take Africa by force. They want to keep exploiting and keep dominating Africa by force. They want to see black people in Africa being foreverly defeated by force. That is their plan. But I don't know why we Africans, this is so difficult for us to understand. Because today, if I ask my fellow African youth and say, oh my God, do you know why Africa is suffering? Do you know why Africa has a bad government? Do you know why Africa has insecurity everywhere? They'll tell me, oh, it's because of the government are corrupt, the politicians are this, the politicians are this. They are right. First of all, the government are corrupt, that's true. But who made the government corrupt? Who are controlling the government to be corrupt? Who are forcing the government to be corrupt? And who made sure the government are corrupt? That's the big question. And the people who are doing this are the Western countries. The Western countries, according to their foreign useless policies, against Africa is to make sure Africa is being foreverly dominated, is being foreverly defeated, and is kept from being exploited, because right, Africa is their source of wealth. If you ask America now, say, America, what are you doing for a living? They will tell you, oh, we have some stocks, we have some this, we have some that, we have some that, we have some that. That's a very big lie. And the real truth is that America can never survive without exploitation. That's what they do. America can never survive without stealing. That's what they do. That's the reason why they always steal from Africa on a daily basis. Do you remember that black people in America was the one that built up America? Which is very, very true. Black people built up America by picking cottons in the field. They are the one who built up America. Yeah. Not the white man. The white man didn't build up America. So the US exploit other countries to stay at the power, to stay at the top level, to be the world superpower. That's why they don't want to lose any grip on any country that they are exploiting. So what is about to happen in Nigeria right now? They have tried all the tactics, all the means to make sure that they overthrow all those military government that has overthrown their puppet president, which they install into Niger and to Burkina Faso, Mali. But right now, it didn't seem to work. The West is planning to launch a full invasion on West African countries that have lost their control. They are planning to launch a full invasion on West African countries. That is their plan. Because why? The tens of billions that is being looted out of these West African countries every year, they cannot lose it. Because right, it's like we are the backup of their economy. We are let me just say, we are the growth of their economy. Without we, they can't survive. That is just it. The West is being built. They are being made rich with our sweat, with our natural resources. So I will really urge every African person, let's try and understand this thing. Let's try and understand this thing. I keep saying it. Let's try and understand this aspect, this fact that the problem in Africa and the solution in Africa lies here in Africa. Especially the problem, first of all, lies here in Africa. This number two, this solution here in Africa also lies in Africa, within ourselves. The problem are the white people. White people are the problem of Africa, not the African government. I still keep telling people, but they don't want to understand it. So that is what is booming in Nigeria right now. They have tried all the tactics they could to make sure that they overthrow the military regime that are taking over their puppet leader. It's not working. And right now, they are planning for a full invasion. If you find this message very, very interesting, please don't forget to subscribe or follow my channel for more. You can go over my channel to see more videos. Thank you very much.